Okay, welcome back everybody. Last time was quite the doozy. Yukimasa went a bit off the rails. Yeah, that's Yukimasa there now. I wasn't really sure previously who that was, but oh boy, poor Pauline. We are going to continue. Maybe finish door 2 today. I was also told on Discord that after door 2 there is going to be a choice, and I should say yes to it, because if I don't, that probably locks me out of the second half of the game or something. I don't know. We'll click yes on the choice, whatever it is, and then once we're done with the game, uh, or I don't know. Yeah, once we're done with the game, we'll come back and see if there's any differences or if it's even worth coming back. I don't know. You guys tell me, I guess. Check it. I do like going through games 100% and all that. So, if there are any differences, I would like to see them for myself if there's anything substantial there. Okay, we finally continue and hopefully I will definitely finish door 2 today since I'm doing 2 recordings back to back, or not quite back to back, but today still in one day. Okay. His psyche drifted erratically between human and beast. If he accepted himself as human, it might cause memories better left buried to return to him. Yeah. If he accepted himself as a beast in exchange for his memories, he would no longer be able to rejoin human society. The white-haired girl fervently supported him in these precarious times. I was quite amazed. I had never imagined she would grow to be such a strong woman. Nevertheless, God is a cruel master. For what strength he gave her spiritually, he took in equal part from her physically. Ooh. Though she persisted day in and day out to stay by the man's side, one day she suddenly fell ill. Oh no. With her in the throes of a high fever and not knowing the cause, he fell into a perpetual panic. There was no medicine in the mansion. They could hardly manage to put together sufficiently nutritious meals. Though there was no medicine, maybe there was something else that could make her feel better. However, everything he could think of required him to leave the house. Oh. Hey, hey. Is there anything you would like? Anything I would like? I'm considering visiting the village. I see. You're going to the village. I thought I might be able to get some medicine. I would prefer to bring a doctor here, but no one would come if they learned you were in this mansion. So he was planning to put on a disguise to enter the village as a person. The white-haired girl smiled when she heard his idea. She had, after all, always wanted him to think of himself as a human. However, because she was so pure-hearted, she did not comprehend the full extent of the slaughter he had confessed to committing. I need to probably lower that voice on my end. Hopefully that doesn't lower it on your guys' end. The revenge he had taken on those who had changed chased him around. How sinister he's cackling and furious he's reaping. She did not grasp just how serious it was. She had faith that Bestia would had kindness in his heart. If we cannot get any medication, then buy me some oranges, please. Oranges? This is a land blessed by the sun. You should be able to find some wonderful fresh oranges. Will that make you feel better? Yes, it should. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Bestia's mind was made up. He would don the skin of a human for her. Take the peace he had. He would return to the place he had left him with many painful memories. Right? It was, to him, the source of his fear. Whenever he let his guard down, their shouts would play back in his mind. Bestia! 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 Hideous beast! Although he had physically conquered the people who lived there, Bestia's memories of the village still haunted him. But her health meant more to him than any of that. He was willing to cast aside his fear if it meant the white-haired girl would recover. The girl still in her bed, he made his way out of the mansion. He crossed the overgrown forest, pushing forward one step at a time, all the while trying to brush aside his apprehension. Until he arrived at the village. Boy. This is where they called me a beast. I was almost killed. And where I killed them. I look different than I did then. I'm dressed differently too, but I play the part. And I act a convincing enough human. I have no choice. There are no other villages. I can't let her die. Okay, Yukimasa, give us your best shot. Excuse me, could you answer a question for me? The village man is looking at me. Only for a moment. But for me, that moment is torturously long. A faint look of panic crosses his face, perhaps in fear of my appearance. He's staring at me. I mean, they are all wary of outsiders. Due to the war, but also definitely because of you. Will he point his finger and call me a beast? Will the other villagers come to kill me? However, I haven't seen you around here before. You didn't recognize me. Yes, I came from a faraway land, and I am unfamiliar with this area, so... You're dressed like a nobleman. A secret trip or something? Something like that. You look really pale, though. Searching for a doctor? Oh, yes, but not for me. My companion has come down with a fever. Sorry to hear that. Well, I'd love to introduce you, but he's out right now. And he won't be back for a few days. Oh, I see. And where might I be able to buy fruit? There's a shop just around the corner, that corner. Thank you very much. Don't mention it. Do take care, traveler. It's dangerous out there. Indeed. I'm starting to attract attention, but not the same kind as before. They don't look at me with revulsion, hatred, or furious indignation. They're simply curious. The village feels different than last time. Could it have changed this drastically? Yeah, I mean, Pauline did a number here, so that might have definitely helped. Or maybe it's your not so confused state as you initially were when you were cast away on this on the shores nearby. I don't know. It's probably because of Pauline. Or is it because I really did look like a beast? Then that is probably part of the cause, yeah. And now I look like a human. I mean, that's not the full story here, but sure. Whatever makes you feel good. I don't know. Excuse me. Me? Yes. I would like to buy some fruit. Some oranges. Oranges? Alrighty, just a sec. The fruit vendor doesn't recognize me as the beast either. Any other year and they'd be a lot plumpier than this. But this year we've had the end of the war and this whole mess with the beast, and it's just been crazy. If you'd like, how about you come back in a few years and try our oranges again? They'll be several times better, I assure you. I'll keep that in mind. You bet. That'll be... I'm sorry, I don't have any local currency. Would this suffice? Hands over a big bag of silver or something. What? How is this? No good, I take it. No. On the contrary, it's hardly fair for you. Trading a jewel for a few oranges. Ooh. But then again, that's all I have to offer. I hope you can exchange it for some money. Sure. You nobles are something else. Noble. Aren't you? Though if you wander around dressed too well, you put yourself in danger. You might find yourself stripped bare by a bandit, or perhaps even catch the attention of the beast. The beast. Everyone mentions the beast. They speak of me. Have you heard the tales? I have not. There's a beast's den not too far from this village. It's attacked before, and we've been living in fear, never knowing when it might attack again. But that all ends today. The men have finally found their spines. They all got together and went out to exterminate it. Like right now, when he is out and the only one in the mansion is the white-haired girl. Oh, I can see that going not so well. Oh boy. What? And you'll never guess who's responsible. Oh, it's Javi. A kid? A little boy is spearheading the attack. Never would have expected a little kid to whip all our lazy, cowardly men into shape. The boy's the one who knows where the beast's den. Ah, hold on. Yeah? Oh. Ah, hold on! What about your oranges? The men have banded together. And they're going to kill the beast? Why now? Why when I'm not there? I'm the beast. I'm right here. I'm what you're trying to hunt. The only person at the mansion right now is her. Yeah, He regretted not asking the fruit vendor how long ago the party set off. Though what good would that knowledge have done him? He had to hurry back regardless. The sun, ooh, the music is going hard. Real hard. The sun was beginning to set, draping the surroundings in a deep blackness. As if to keep him from returning home, the night wrapped its hands around his head, covering both eyes. Damn, such tense music. In what direction did he have to head to return to the mansion? He stormed through the forest, and eventually the mansion appeared before him, like the world fading into view through a dream. There was a tempest into night, blowing through the overgrowth toward the house. Please make it in time. I need her. I need the peace that she provides me. The last thing I want is for her to die. In the blink of an eye, he was through the door, charging down the mansion's halls. He could not sense anyone else inside, though. Oh no. All he could hear was the whoosh of the wind blowing into the house from somewhere. It seemed the window was open. Where are you? Where have you gone? Answer me, please answer me. He cried out the girl's name. They're never gonna tell me. He cried out the girl's name again and again until his throat was sore and his voice hoarse. She did not respond. He rushed into her bedchamber. Oh, hey, hello? Where are you? Where are you? Answer me! The man swung his head back and forth so hard he thought he might break his own neck, and when he made to look down, he slipped, falling on his tailbone. Fuck. He felt something slick on his hands, a sensation he would recognize anywhere. The liquid was still warm. No, that cannot be. It can't. It can't. Cannot be. Yeah. Muttering incomprehensibly in fear, he crawled back through the door of her chamber and into the corridor. Like a genuine beast, he followed the trail of slippery fluid on all fours. It's a visual. The trail glimmered like red wine. It stretched down the hall, past the living room, smeared across the floor like it had been wiped down with a mop. Please be alive. The man crawled and crawled and crawled until at last he reached the stairs leading down to the cellar. We started in the cellar and we're gonna end in the cellar. Fuck you, game. The ruby trail continued. And beyond the door, he could hear men's voices. That brought in instantly a much worse visual in mind. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't do that high of a emotional voice. With a howl, the man stumbled down the stairs, throwing open the wooden door. His first impression was that the stench of blood was suffocating. And indeed, there he discovered the white-haired girl. Oh no. Those fucking bloody splashes of color. Oh. He found himself unable to even scream. Oh no. Too early in this video. I'm not ready. Her once porcelain skin was no longer even sickly pale. It was now the bloodless color of dirt. Fuck you, game. She was sprawled haphazardly out on the cellar floor, dried blood stains around her half-open mouth. And those lips were, naturally, lacking their former rosy sheen. Okay. Her body was covered with an array of wounds, but the most prominent was the man's singular sword standing tall in her chest. This is the bestia? He doesn't look like the same. It's him. It's him indeed. He's the same guy. He's the bestia. Several villagers surrounded him at the behest of a young boy. He's gotten himself dressed up all proper and fancy, but good clothes don't make him a good man. Isn't that right, you bestia? You murderer! Why did you kill her? 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 Why? You want to know why? Her death was an accident, I'd say. I feel bad about what happened, but any woman who would live with a man like you must be a witch. Oh. Does that hurt? Are you hurting right now, you bestia? Then maybe now you understand. You not only stole my parents and friends from me, you ripped the last shard of hope I had from my hands. Do you get it? Do you finally understand how I feel? Now do you know how it feels to have someone you care about taken from you? Oh, the white-haired girl is... her fate is so horrible. She, Ollie, was desperately trying to find you. Why would you kill someone so devoted to you? Do you understand what you've done? I'm asking you a question, you goddamn murderer. I see. And now I have nothing left. What? The man stepped forward, almost perfectly calm. His panic had vanished, as if it were never there. His eyes were disturbingly vacant. Oh no. Perhaps the sorrow had overpowered him, beating his heart into a quiet submission. No, that was not the case. Though his eyes were empty, a faint smile spread across his lips. The transition was swift, as though a gear had switched in his mind. The boy and the other villagers were frozen in place at the sight. Before long, the man was standing before the deceased girl's body. And then He pulled the blade from her chest. Hmm. I knew it. I, I was. I really was a beast. And what I wanted was a tether. What are you yammering on about? Didn't, d- didn't you care about that woman? Didn't you choose her over Pauline? Who you then threw aside and butchered? What is wrong with you? What was she to you? She was my serenity. She's dead now, and there's nothing I can do about that. Peace, calm, tranquility. The man's behavior was downright eerie, causing the boy to flinch back. Believing he'd had everything taken from him and could not possibly lose anything more was, imagine, what had allowed him to stand up to the beast, the source of such crippling fear. Yet now he found himself unable to move. He found himself in the face of such an incomprehensible creature, paralyzed with fear. Yukimasa is wild. And the villagers were similarly dumbstruck. Not even I could understand his behavior. What the hell is wrong with you? How can you laugh at this? I don't get it. How? How indeed? I wonder myself. I don't really know either. But you know what? It doesn't matter anymore. Because every last one of my anchors is broken off and sunken into the sea. And then he goes just off the rails. Wow. Run, Javi, now. Run. Damn it, get moving, kill him. I'll slaughter every last one of you. Ah, yes. Oh, yes. My whole life, I've always wanted to kill. Ooh, that's it. Not demonic, but vampiric, maybe? Yeah, it looked like some kind of version of Dracula. What was it that afflicted you with such madness? Losing your memory in the shipwreck? The abuse and insult you suffered at the villagers' hands? Or was it your grief at not being able to return to your homeland? I feel like he's gonna say that something like, no, you were always broken, you were always unhinged or something. No, none of those were the roots. You were always like this, yeah. You always bore those twisted desires. I wonder if those twisted desires were in him from the birth, or like after learning that like he's not accepted back to Japan or something, and that somehow twisted his personality, or if it just was like he was a bad egg from the start. You held these deep, constant urges to cause others harm. That is your essence. That is your origin. The real you hidden beneath the mask of sincerity. The true beast was your heart. The beast was a convenient skin for you to wear. You wanted to be brutal, savage murderer. To be a brutal, savage murderer. You never really loved the white-haired girl, or the black-haired woman for that matter. You were merely attached to them, fixated on the idea of a world of tranquility. That would make sense. You used this piece to anchor yourself, that prevent you from drifting off into the ocean of your desires. You yearned to cause pain, while also hungering for the opposite, a calm life. You idolized this idealized life, spent in quiet harmony with another, because you knew just how difficult it would be for you to attain. Far more difficult for you than satisfying your cravings, but not impossible. I personally had hoped you would find peace with someone rather than descent into savagery. It may have only been superficial, but it would have been very human. But ultimately, he slipped through your fingers, and no one was left to suppress your desires. You cannot, after all, hold them back yourself. What a tragic man. What a hopeless man you are. Oh boy. Everyone is dead now except Yukimasa, I guess. At least the men. Wonder if Javi survived. Probably not. Also, didn't we start the second door by going down the cellar door? Did we just go out of it? The door to the cellar swung shut. You had fallen to the floor at some point, unable to bear the stench of blood. Yeah, the maid stood behind you, her arms wrapped around your shoulders. Okay, yeah, I guess that's the end of this door too. Damn, Yukimasa really is a tragic character, but also like a very interesting. He has a very interesting story. I'm not really sure what to think of. Like normally, I'm not a fan of Amnesia, but here it doesn't really play a big part because it's less about losing memories and then doing something tragic, and it's more about his own essence and what he always was deep down within, regardless of his memories. Man, fuck! Why did Pauline have to die? I mean, obviously, I feel like every door is gonna end in a tragedy, and I'm here for that. Obviously, I'm definitely here for that and all the juicy drama. But it really sucks. I really grew to like Pauline, and I definitely came to like the white-haired girl more too here. In door one, she was more. I mean, she wasn't a bad character, but she was like she felt more like an object here. In like a object of desire for the main cast of that door. Uh, but here she was much more active and like integral in playing part of learning all about Yukimasa. So yeah, big points to pretty much every character in this door too was really good. Yeah. I said at some point that I'm gonna do a character tier list, and I feel like we have a decent amount of characters, but maybe we want to go one more door before I do that. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if I just assumed that the door closed now and we're done, but let's see. Let's continue on and see if we get the choice soon or if the door still continues. The maid stood behind you, her arms wrapped around your shoulders. The maid's voice was chillingly gentle, like it always is. I'm having a really hard time always trying to voice her. Like I'm trying to do a posh British accent or something with like a almost a robotic tone, but I don't know. That was quite horrific, wasn't it? Are you feeling unwell, master? Oh my, you're shaking, master. Fear not, I assure you. The beast will not come through that door. I am here for you, and I will continue to hold you for as long as you need to settle your nerves. Oh dear, you feel like you might freeze in my arms. Oh, oh dear, you feel like you might freeze in my arms. Am I really that cold? Hmm, maybe you are just a corpse. I cannot tell my own temperature. You wish to know what happened to Bestia after that? I could open the door once more and show you. No, he probably either went and slaughtered everyone in the village or killed himself after that, or just continued on doing the same and maybe eventually someone killed him. But yeah, we definitely finished the door in the sense that we got down to his core as a character. Unless there's more, and that was just a twist, and he's actually a good guy, and this is all somehow all the villagers were in the wrong. I don't know. But I have no intention of knowingly tossing you back into that den of horrors. He lost the rest of his humanity, becoming wholly a beast. But, tell just a little more of the tale. It is my understanding that an entire village was ravaged shortly thereafter. Hmm. He was bewitchingly talented swordsman. Yeah, that's the Japanese samurai blood in him, I guess. That he is so craved to be one. Not a single person living in that village could stand up to him. In the woman's memories you saw, he was a gentleman, yes? But even the mildest of men can change. Though personally, I believe that without an element of monstrousness buried somewhere within, man cannot become a beast, regardless of what may push him in that direction. Hard to know. It's really hard to read human nature down to its very core when exposed to the cruelest of elements. I at the very least cannot do it. Like I can read characters pretty good in my own opinion, but like I, I don't believe I could ever truly comprehend of the things that people might be capable of deep down. Do you follow? Now tell me, master, have you remembered anything? Oh dear, I was afraid of that. I am a remarkably patient maid. I shall accompany you for as long as you require. So please find your memories. Now let us head to the next door. The mansion is quite large, so hold on to my hand. We would not want to get separated. You and the maid traveled down the dimly lit hall, passing by the mirror once again. The light from the candle in the maid's hand was the only thing that reflected in it. Maid herself did not appear. Yeah, I mean, she is connected and part of the mansion. She's not really a human, I guess. Or maybe it's just trickery in our eyes. However, just as you were about to avert your eyes, you thought you caught a glimpse of white hair. Uh-huh. That's Are you fucking with me, game? Are you actually fucking with me? Because in door 1 they both were talking to each other. So, they are separate people. Right? Or are we talking about our own appearance? If that's true, then sure. I mean, I think I theorized in the in door 1 that we might be the white-haired girl's dad, but then the dad was never really a big part of her story in door 1. So I kind of abandoned that idea, but if this is talking about our appearance, then yeah, we're probably related to the white-haired girl somehow. Either we are her, or we are the white-haired man from the intro main menu image thing. The latter being probably the more possible choice. But if the white hair was about the maid, who supposedly did not appear in the mirror, then we have some fuckery going on. Oh, flickering. You heard a voice echo in the darkness, and when you turned to face the mirror again, the glass was the color of obsidian, as if it had been painted over. The mansion not allowing us to know things just yet. We need to go through some more doors. We need to experience things. The voice seemed to be coming from beyond the mirror. The maid did not turn back, evidently having not heard anything. You... Right, this is the choice, okay. So, can we... Where is it? Pause. We're gonna definitely save here. I'm actually gonna do a separate save here. But I'm also still gonna save to our main save. We'll keep this second save here, just so in case later on it's more convenient to come back here without having to control skip through all the doors. And yeah, if you guys would prefer, we can like right after a soon enough come back to it before even finishing the game and check out this. But let's for now obviously continue with the yes option. The yes option will be our main thing, and this will become the no option. Okay. But that will have to wait until the next part. I know this part is shorter than other parts normally, but I feel like this is a good part to stop because it's the end of door 2 and just before door 3, so But we'll click this in the next part. Okay, cool. Early access. Oh, right. I guess I'll just say this, that since I've had some unfortunate situations with recording schedules and IRL other stuff, I've had like I haven't kept up with the early access for Fata Morgana specifically. So like I'm definitely gonna do an extra video on it as an apology, even if there aren't really any. Well, I guess there is one person in the early access tier. So yeah, I'm gonna do an extra video for them, definitely. And yeah, that's why this part, it's fine if it's a bit shorter. There's gonna be one extra video 2 weeks from now, I don't know. There's gonna be an extra video at some point. Yeah, okay, cool. Patreon for early access for 2 weeks. Hopefully for now, for real. Yeah, okay. See ya. Bye.